Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Zack ROI Williams, and we are coming back with another one of these live streams where, man, I'm just here to help the homies out. I want to see the homies win. I want to see people succeed. I'm excited about life and business owners and just having good people around me. So if I can give back in any sort of way, that's what I'm here to do, man. And the guest that's with me today is no different. This is my man Jake Jutzel. This dude is a savage. This dude is connected. This dude's got homies literally all over the world. My guy Jake flew in early from Puerto Rico just to come to the book launch in Vegas and support your boy. So how can I not do my best to support him by giving him some free game, hopefully? So my boy Jake owns a product that he's launching called the X Bag. Now, dude, I'm gonna let him introduce this and talk about it for a second. And for those of you who are new to watching these live streams, I'm going to treat Jake just like I would any of my consulting clients, any prospects, or anything, and break his business down and hopefully give him some useful marketing strategies and information. So typically I act as if I don't know anything about these companies, but I am a little excited about this one. So before we jump into that, I just want to brag about this backpack real quick. I mean, dude, it's just savage, man. It's for all my athletes out there, all my cross country people, all my, paddleboarders, surfers, fucking anyone that lives like in a crazy outdoor lifestyle. I mean, this bag's fucking waterproof. It's got waterproof pouches for your fucking electronics. You can pull your laptop sleeves out of it and literally pressure wash the inside of this bag to clean it out if you're out in the desert in the dirt or mud and getting it dirty. It's just, this is the most rugged bag I've ever seen in my life, and I'm excited about it. Jake, introduce yourself, tell them who you are, what'd you do, and go ahead and explain the X Bag real fast. And now I'm going to pretend like I don't know anything about you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for that awesome intro. So my name's Jake, and essentially what I did, the way that I got to this bag is I was actually getting mentored by an 8-figure Amazon store builder, and so I started with research, and I knew I wanted to do something, that would kind of go in alignment with what I like to do outdoors, and I started the product research, and I ended up finding the data, that would support that this kind of a bag was kind of needed in the marketplace. And I knew that was too, because it's something I was actually looking for, but the data ended up supporting it. What I did basically with this backpack is I found something similar, and I basically ordered every single bag on Amazon, every dry bag, and I found out what was good about what was good about the bags, what was not good about some of the bags, and I ended up creating these features, basically out of what the market needed and what they were looking for. So this product is just kind of like, it's basically, my vision come to life, and it's pretty sick, man. It's just like he was saying, it's a waterproof dry bag. This thing is designed to be very portable. The inside pocket will come out. This is like the best bag you can take to the airport. You literally can put your laptop, phone, tablet, all that stuff inside here, pull it out immediately, slap it right into into the buckets, go right through the airport. And then when you're at the lake, you can have all your stuff in there. It keeps it protected. But it's just a super rugged bag, and it's comfortable, and it fills a huge gap in the marketplace. There's literally nothing else out there like this bag that's as high quality and durable. Like, I created a bag, I wanted something that you could just keep for 15 years, not have to replace every 1 or 2 years. But yeah, this is basically one of the first 2 prototypes of this bag, and we're just kind of in the beginning launch stages, but it's absolutely epic. I get compliments on it everywhere I go. It's just a really cool thing, man. I'm super stoked to be part of it and just bring it to the market.
I love it, bro. I love it, man. I'm really excited for you. I think this bag is just super cool. Like I said, let me just pretend like I don't know you, but outside of that, like seeing it in action from your social media content, and even seeing you literally just throw this motherfucker into the pool with your laptop in it live in front of me is it's really cool. But like, all that aside, your objective currently with this project is to raise funds, pre-sell them, crowd fund it. Like, what is, if I
Yeah.
can help you do anything in the next 45 minutes or whatever, what is it that would help you make the most waves with this bag?
Yeah. So really, my ultimate goal is to get enough money to get the inventory to to order that first batch, and then have an additional funds to do the marketing, right?
Mhm.
And so what that could look like is, either doing a crowd fund, like you're saying. I have started basically a crowd fund platform campaign thing. Haven't executed on it. Just to get enough money to basically order the inventory. Or two would be to set something up where we do pre-sales and basically a landing page, whatever kind of follow-up stuff, and then obviously getting it in front of the right people, to possibly pre-sale it, and then what kind of an offer could we add? Because I'm obviously there's similar bags in the market. They're not nearly as good as this, but what could we do to kind of really just pack a punch with that and make it just a win-win? So they feel real good about pre-ordering that bag. They know there's going to be a little bit of a delay, but with that being said, there's going to be a lot of stuff packed in there, and it's going to be totally worth it. So
Awesome.
maybe formulating as some kind of an offer, or yeah, just kind of your honest opinion of what might be the best direction to go with that.
Yeah, no, 100%. And let's see here. All right, how much money do you feel you need to raise to go into production and have a budget for marketing this bag?
Yeah, about 36,000.
Okay. And then as far as retail goes, how much per bag?
So probably about 220 to 250.
Okay. So we need to sell 144 units.
Correct.
Okay. Um do you have all right, so you obviously are your own best case study or avatar because you take this thing with you everywhere, to the gym, paddle boarding,
Hmm.
fucking outdoor workouts. I mean, indoor workouts, fucking everywhere. So, like,
Absolutely.
for you, this is a good opportunity because sometimes you get business owners who they're not really their own ideal demographics, right? So like
Right.
it's hard for them to reverse engineer why does the market need their product or service. But for
Hmm.
you're a different case study because you saw room in the market for something that fit your specific needs, and therefore you created it. And then that's afterwards where like a light bulb went off. It's like, hey, if I'm one person thinking they need it, they are saying they need it, there's hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of people out there that think they need it, right? So like,
Hmm.
in your opinion, as being this ideal avatar or ideal consumer, like what are the top reasons why you went through all these fucking hoops and leaps and bounds to build a bag specific to what you needed?
Yeah, I mean, so first order of business, it was based on data. There's other products doing that revenue sweet spot that I look for. But aside from that, I mean, there was nothing in the market that would actually be comfortable. Like everything was just pretty ugly looking. Like there was no aesthetics to what you could buy. And like I'm very picky. I like minimalism, but I also like something that looks pretty slick and will match with all my clothes. Just because everything's just, a lot of the times a lot of these bags are just they don't look kind of the way that you want them to look.
Right.
So a lot of it was aesthetics, but also like usability too. I wanted to add stuff in there that made it user friendly and easy. Like I want this bag to just basically there's a lot of things that added to it that just make your life so much easier. Because a lot of the bags they had the features that did what it was supposed to do, but it was just not easy. So my theory is like you solve the problem and then you just make it easy, right? And it's durable too. So if it's durable, it's that clean look. It solves problems and it makes those problems that were once difficult easy. Then that's really a formula for people to just be like, okay, this is really a solid solution. Plus, it's comfortable too. And
Okay.
all the other bags were not comfortable. And I just designed it like that because I wanted something versatile enough I could work with it and then take it with me. I just wanted an all-in-one bag that just did it all.
So for you, when we discuss the word comfortable, right?
Hmm.
So we got comfortable. So comfortable. what is considered comfortable? Is comfortable something that these people are wearing for extended periods of time, or it's something that they're wearing maybe shorter periods of time, but very, very frequently? Like, how does that break down? Or is it a little bit of both?
Yeah, it could be a little bit of both. This bag being 100% waterproof, it's going to be something that maybe a whitewater rafter person could use. And when you whitewater raft, you're typically on that thing for a couple hours, right? At a time, and
That's right.
you might have weight in there too, or you're going to be hiking through a river. Um, but also you're gonna, weighing something down too. Like if you put laptops and a bunch of electronics in there, and it's not comfortable, you're not going to want to carry it with you. So probably more frequent that, it's a more frequent thing wearing it around as opposed to just like taking it off and setting it somewhere.
Okay. Um, and then all right, so looks dope, right? Like obviously, like uh, I don't want to say you thinking about the majority of your specific demographic, or you specifically, because if we're saying you're the ideal avatar, you like to look good, right? Like I'm not going to say that everyone that does some of these extreme sports cares about the way they look, and I'm not knocking it. Just some
No, for
people,
sure.
but you obviously had a desire to have something that looks good. So that part of the demographic are people that still enjoy and I'm going back to that comfort too. So the comfort, people are going to be wearing this for extended periods of time, right? So like
Mhm.
you were mentioning, like your whitewater rafters, like your paddle boarders, like anyone that's just maybe, I mean, shit, bro, like someone like you going through the fucking jungle in Puerto Rico chopping shit down with a machete, right? But you still
Mhm.
needed to have your laptop on you, but you needed something that wasn't going to allow sweat or any of the other, I don't know, rainforest juices to get in, whatever. Uh,
Yeah,
but you
exactly.
still cared about what you looked like. So you still have some sort of vanity metric there, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then so then let's look at useful and easy, right? Like you think about CVS and Walgreens. The reason they're multi-billion dollar organizations is because convenience, right? So like
Mhm.
now we're talking about we need an avatar that has to have a bag, right?
Mhm.
They have to have bags. So now we're just making it to where we can give them what they need with putting as little amount of steps in place as possible. So like efficiency, right?
Mhm.
So if we start breaking this down to talk about who our ideal demographic is, like can my boy Stu's in here hanging out with us. He said, what did he say?
Mhm.
What up? I had no idea this was going down today. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Spend 2 to 3 times on a better looking bag. I will spend 2 to 3 times on a better looking bag, but also quality over some bullshit at say Walmart. Um, so all right, so now we've broken down the three main things that you say that this bag represents: comfort,
Mhm.
looks good, and is useful or easy. So I've
Mhm.
took those a little bit further and broke that down into saying if we're going to be developing our customer avatar or our
Mhm.
ideal demographic, we're looking at people that use backpacks for a certain length of time because that's a sellable. The fact that it's more comfortable. If I'm only putting this on one shoulder because it's just a laptop bag and I'm going to my truck and taking it off, and then I go
Mhm.
to a meeting and I throw it on my one shoulder again and walk to the table and take it off, maybe I'm not your ideal demographic because comfort matters
Mhm.
nothing to me, right?
Right.
Any laptop bag can fulfill that. So we're looking at people and an avatar that wear these for extra amounts of time. That's who's going to care about this having a comfort.
Mhm.
Then you have a vanity metric. We got to think about people. Uh-oh, I made my screen super small. I was trying to. Big Marv's in here with us. He's got to
Oh,
see
what's
that
up,
bag in
Marv?
real life.
Yes, he
Uh,
has.
he said that bag is the best bag I've ever seen. Happy I got to experience it in Vegas. All right, look, we got Stu's gonna buy one, and Big Marv's gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one. So we got 141 more to sell. Okay. uh,
Yeah.
but So again, going back to dial in who your ideal demographic is. Someone who's
Mm-hmm.
going to wear it for a length of time and someone who actually cares about a vanity metric. They want it to look good, right? So if, say for example, we've got comfortability in one, and then you've got one that doesn't necessarily look as good as the X bag, but it's $30 cheaper, 10% cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Someone may opt to buy in the cheaper version just because they don't care. So we need to look at a demographic and an avatar that cares what their bag looks like. And then lastly,
Right.
I broke down usefulness and easiness into efficiency, right? So now we got to look at a
Mm-hmm.
demographic of people that care about time and efficiency and being able to be prompt on everything else. So for now, what I want to do is kind of develop who this perfect avatar is. It's someone
Mm-hmm.
that would use a bag for extended periods of time. It's someone that would care what this bag looks like, a vanity metric, and it's someone that understands the importance of efficiency. Again, say for example, um, you explained it earlier as an example is going through the airport, right? This you can just
Mm-hmm.
pull the sleeve out, drop and go. Now
Mm-hmm.
that's something that actually excites me. I was on 45 airplanes last year, right? Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
in airports a lot. The most stressful time in a human's life, I feel like, is when they're at the grocery store and they're paying cash for something and they're waiting to count the cash, or they're at the fucking
Mm-hmm.
at the airport
Yeah.
trying to take all their bags and laptops and fucking iPads and phones all out of these bags. So
Mm-hmm.
you need someone that understands that. For me, if I had a X bag up against your biggest competitor and the
Mm-hmm.
only difference was a grab and go pouch, I need someone to understand. I need this avatar to understand that that's in and of itself is worth $30, right?
Right.
Additionally, or 10% more or 20% more. So we
Right.
need to find a place, right? Like you can't see what I'm writing on my notes right here, but basically like
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing all these notes down and putting shit in like a fucking triangle and circling it, talking about the length of time that people are going to be wearing this, people that are going to care about the vanity metrics, and then people that are going to give a shit about efficiency. So
Mm-hmm.
um considering this as being, and we're breaking this down pretty quickly, right? On for the sake of this call.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Stu said, make a gym duffel bag. That's the Stu market. I would keep that in my truck. Um, and so like if we were to circle this as your perfect avatar, and knowing what we know now that we need to sell 100 and pre-sell 144 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Who, where are these people that are going to be using these bags for a length of time that actually care about their bags looking good and actually care about efficiency? Where do those people hide? Where do they hang out? What do they do?
Mm-hmm. Right. So I mean, that type of person is probably going to be like an outdoor enthusiast, right? Might be going to places like REI and national parks. And I mean, are you talking more where do they hang out online or where do they hang out in person? That
So
probably make a difference, right?
no, that's a good question to ask, and it can go both ways considering you're a product. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason is for anyone that follows me, typically I discuss buy the cow, not the milk, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
we could sit here and try and sell 144 of these X bags to Stu, Marvin, and Zach, and find 141 other Stews, Marvins, and Zachs. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe we land two retail deals
Mm-hmm.
or four retail deals or one retail deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for to take that into consideration, the discussion is all right, cool. If we're talking about in person, right? You mentioned REI or Outdoors Inc. or Dick's or whatever all the different ones are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what does that look like? What events are they throwing? Where can you start hosting? How can you get your foot in the door there to find the purchasers for them, right? Maybe you do a little bit of research where, you spend 5 hours a week doing nothing but just reaching out to purchasers at these massive, retailers. Because also they understand the logistic time frame when it comes to placing an order and, that order not being to them for 30, 60, 90, 120 days, whatever. Put them on some net 30s, or put your, talk to your developers and the people producing the bag and see if you can put them on a net 60 or net 120. Go ahead, collect that net 30 from the people that place the orders or whatever, and then go ahead and take that money, put it into production, and give them the products. So there's those conversations, but then there's also, how do I find the Big Marvs? How do I find the Stews? How do I find the Zacks? Where are they hanging out online, right? What Facebook groups are they involved in? What circle of influences? What influencers are they following? Like, where does their attention go? So that's where I would start breaking that down. And one good way I would start doing that too, and to start breaking down your messaging, is any clients that I consult or whatever, I have them break down 3 to 5 of what I call their direct competitors, and then 3 to 5 of what I call their global competitors. Now, their direct competitors are going to be anybody that is in the same stage that you are now, right? So at this time, it's like, who are the people that are launching or crowdfunding a badass bag like this, right? 2 years down the road, it might be, all right, what other outdoor or rugged bag is out there that's doing $1 million a year? 10 years down the road, your direct competitors might be companies that are doing 20, 50, 100 million a year, right? So it's your direct competitor is going to be someone that's running about parallel with you currently. The global competitors are going to be your Fortune 100 versions of your company. Like, who are the rugged bags that are spending millions and millions and millions of dollars a year, right? Let's not try to necessarily recreate the wheel. Let's go study them. Let's go run a SWOT analysis and a competitive analysis on them to see how we can differentiate you in the market, how we can position you in the market to showcase what your bag does that's better than theirs, and maybe even potentially find some ways to take some of the gloves off and get in the ring and fight with them pretty closely. So that would be the next thing, is let's look at who who are, like, if you had to say, like, who's your biggest competitor right now?
It's a company called Breakwater Supply.
Brick water supply?
Breakwater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see here. Do they only do bags?
Yeah, I mean, they basically just do dry bags, and they also do like those necklaces that'll hold your cell phone in there too, with like the waterproof phone case. So they'll do those as well.
All right. And I see they got 3 different sizes, right? Like a 15, 20, and 25 liter. What size is yours?
It's a 25.
25. Okay. So let me see here. Let's see if we can find. So one of the things that I would break down to you, and I'm about to try and pull them up before I share my screen with you just to show you. Let me find their Breakwater Supply. I'm going to find their Facebook page. Oops, that's not what I meant. All right, let's see here. What do you think your bag does better or differently than theirs?
I can give you quite a few different things.
Okay, yeah,
we'll just start. We'll just start with one of the obvious things is their bag. It does not sit up. Like, I have this thing sitting on a desk. There's nothing behind it. I can move it forward. You can see this thing it will sit up by itself, right? A lot of people, they also do not have an air valve here. Theirs will hold air, but it's only because you zip it really quickly. So theirs doesn't have a flotation aspect to it. My bag is deeper than theirs, so it has more depth, more room for stuff. They don't have a removable pocket. The pocket in theirs is set, and it's very hard to clean. The pockets on the side for the water bottle on mine is about double the size. You can actually fit a hydro flask in here. You can't fit a hydro flask in there. There's no way that you could do that. Let's see, another feature too is they have a pocket. I'm sure you can see it on their website here. They have their main pocket for your phone wallet and keys on the bottom. And I actually put that on the top, which makes it a lot easier to access. Because if you can sit the bag down on the ground, it's much easier to grab your stuff from the top, right? Because you don't have to support it. It's not going to be falling over. And another thing I added too was putting this phone screen protector in the front, because this allows you to kind of see notifications and stuff. But another additional feature, which I thought was pretty cool to do here, is I'm sure you've seen those solar panel chargers for your phone. It actually perfectly fits one of those side by side right next to your phone in that front pocket. So you can be walking and hiking, and then you can also be getting your phone charged. They have one on the side of theirs, but it's only big enough to fit a phone, and it's not big enough to fit the solar charger as well. So you get the charger and the phone on mine. The back pad on mine is 2 inches taller. And I also use a different material that doesn't absorb any smell or any kind of different odors. They use neoprene, which definitely absorbs odor and other, moisture and stuff. So, and basically with this bag being 2 inches taller, it's a lot more comfortable for bigger people to wear this bag.
Okay. No, those are all great. Let me hop on here real quick and I'm gonna allow my screen share in real fast. So obviously, so we picked up the competition, right? Here's their website. Da da da. We don't really care about their website as much, but here's where it gets fun. And you're not familiar with like Facebook ad library. This is how we create a lot of our SWOT and competitive analysis, right? So I'm looking at, I mean, in all honesty, bro, like these ads are trash. And I mean, it is what it is. Don't sue me if they come after me for saying that. But like, I genuinely feel like you could really outplay them when it comes to their ad strategy. And you can start to like look at, I mean, I've seen your content, right? So I know that like your content, in my opinion, is way more attractive. But this is a good way for you to come in and see what they feel like they are being successful at, right? This is the ads that they're running, and everything else. So here is a good resource for you to start when it comes to creating SWOT analysis and competitive analysis, stuff like that. Is starting with their ads to see what they're running, because most companies, let's just say most successful companies, if the ads trash or garbage, they're not going to keep running it anymore. Right. So you can get on there and see which ones are active or not. It's not necessarily the 100%. It's not live data, but it's up to date data. Right. So like for me, when we start running advertisements for our clients based on what we're seeing work or not work for their competition, we'll go in and split test it. We'll take it, we'll regurgitate it in our own brand voice and our own brand strategy and our own brand style and everything else. But then also we'll take that and expand on it. Like, I'm not here to say I'm better than anyone else by so to say, but I'm also an expert. I got 16 years of experience. I'm really good at marketing. So when we come to this messaging, once we do all the back end research, when we know who our customer avatar is, we know what pain points that we need to solve for them. We know what pleasure we're trying to solve for them. We come in and start developing a messaging. Now we're going to split test that against what we believe is working from the competition too, and see what works. That we take that into consideration with the creatives, whether that's the graphics, the videos. We do that with the copy, right? So we do that with any of the like verbiage that you're gonna see, any of the scripts that you hear them say, right? And then I would also encourage you to take it a step further. I'm not a huge fan of their website. Now I didn't
Right.
go into super detail on this call to like see if they're actually running this stuff to funnels or anything. I see that like their website does have some like bundle opportunities for like some upsells, downsells, and stuff like that. But like, it's not really, this is not, in my opinion, the most effective strategy because you're running to a website instead of to a funnel. And a website,
Right.
if you start at one corner of the screen or the other, at the top left or top right, by the time you get to the dead center of a computer screen, there's an average of 22 links that someone can click on. Like, for
Right.
example, let me, I'll go back to sharing my screen real fast. Like over here, like, yeah, I got to come all the way over here to buy this, right? But I can click on home, I can click on shop, I can do accessories, this, that, whatever, our story, my cart, log in, register. It's bad. It's all over the place. I can get confused. And then we all know a confused mind never buys, right? So let me even try and go back to the product, right? Let me see. Let me try and add this to a cart. Do we get a pop up? Do we get a pop up? Nope. It just put it in my cart, right? So boom. Here, I can go over here. Let's see. Let's proceed to checkout. All right. And man, no upsells, no downsells. It's just, in my opinion, it could be a lot more efficient. So, like here, as we're comparing this, now what I would say, and I don't know if this is necessarily a good example or not, considering I'm not a huge fan of their funnel system, anyways. But typically, I would encourage you to go and actually buy the bag. You know,
I got one.
Okay. Did you go through the whole sequence? Like, did they send you any emails or text messages or anything?
Yeah. So I bought it through Amazon. I didn't buy it through their regular website, but I could.
Okay. All right. Well, let me tell you this then. Are you going to be selling on Amazon or are you going to be selling on through your own website?
Amazon probably
Okay.
to start, because mostly because I can do keywords, and they already really got the traffic. You have to worry less about creating generating traffic, right? Then I just got to do the keyword research, and
Okay.
kind of I could, yeah, but basically Amazon.
So I should have probably asked that first, right? Obviously. So again, I don't know if this is 100% effective or efficient. I'll go ahead and share my screen again. So they're actually running sponsored ads to their own. I mean, I literally typed in breakwater supply and they're running paid advertisements to their own keywords. I don't necessarily consider that the best use, but regardless, if it's working for them, it's working for them. You can see, some of these other competitions, right? Dry bag. Yeah. All right. How can we create graphics and marketing? And as you go down the rabbit hole of Amazon, like A+ content and, running ads, stuff like that. And I don't want to be a dick and click on their ad because I don't want, they'll get charged for that. But, man, they only have 54, ratings. I feel like you could do much, much better than that. They're already rocking some 1 stars. Cheap construction. Boom. So like stuff like this, when you start to break down your competition, shit like this, bro, is so useful for you because you can come in here and see what people hate, right? Now you can create messaging. And it's like I said, man, if one person's thinking it, there's no telling how many or person saying it, there's no telling how many people. And this dude just bought. This is brand new,
Right.
Let's look at our 2 stars, right? Okay. Yep, cheap. Disappointed. I was looking for waterproof day bag, which this is. It'd be easy to carry on for a plane. Received it quite large. Zippers are wide and hard rubber. Blah blah blah. Bro, you wanted a fucking waterproof bag. What'd you expect? So okay. So something like this. All right. So it's easy to zip and unzip. Now this could be maybe not marketing content, but educational content, right? Like, hey, bro, if you want a waterproof bag, you're gonna have some hefty zippers. If you want small zippers, you ain't gonna get a waterproof bag.
Yeah. So,
Um,
one thing to keep in mind too. So look at that at the bottom says, this would not be convenient to easy access for anything. Right.
right.
So I had seen that review, and that's part of like that's kind of the methodology that I use creating the bag. Is I went through and I I made it easy to use, right? Because I know had that backpack, had he got my bag instead of that bag, that would have been a 5-star, not a two, because he'd have seen how easy it is to pull through here. Because these zippers are much easier to open.
Uh-huh.
That pocket's way easier to pull in and out. You can hose it out, But
Right.
I know exactly what this dude's saying because I've seen that bag and it was not easy,
Right.
to use.
Few concerns. Nice looking backpack. I wish it had a few more pockets to store stuff. Boom. Yours is bigger, right? I have no
All right,
doubt
more
it's
pockets.
waterproof. I was, huh?
So mine's got more pockets too. I added, so I got two pockets on the front, right,
Yeah.
and bigger pockets on the side.
I just wish it had more pocket options. So, so there's two customers right here saying the same thing. So what I would say, and I would use this as part of my messaging and part of my hooks, is like, hey man, are you looking for a waterproof bag? Because both these people are saying they like the idea that it's waterproof.
Mhm.
Waterproof here, and I have no doubt it's waterproof. Concerned about zip. Oh wait, hold on. I wish I had a few more pockets. Had more pocket options, right? So now
Mhm.
your messaging could be, hey, are you, in the market for a waterproof bag, but everyone you look at don't have enough pocket options, right? This
Right.
is pain points or problems, to solve. So like I would come in here and look at the different reviews. Shit, even some of the 5-star reviews. Built like a tank. Great. All right, people, that's built to last. Um, airtight as advertised. Great waterproof bag. Wow, this backpack is amazing. Waterproof. It fits my umbrella. All the stuff it fits, right? Waterproof again. Submersible. Built like a tank yet again, right? I would go through and look at all these reasons that people are praising it, right? Because
Mhm.
now you combine your messaging with all the reasons people are praising it, with also all the reasons people.
Did I lose you?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Cut
Man,
out for
I
a
have
second.
no idea what's going on. Let me mute this computer. For
Oh, it's
some
all good.
reason, my big computer kicked me out.
Oh, it's all good.
Um,
I thought it might have been my headphones. I was like, because somebody has just tried to call me right in the middle of that. So I was like, oh, maybe
Yep.
that
Sorry.
was
Yeah. I don't know what happened. My big computer
all
kicked
good.
me out.
No
Anyways,
worries.
I've been over here talking. I don't know how long I went without, but you know, shit. Where was I? How many like $200? I mean, I would consider this expensive, right, for a
Mhm.
backpack. I mean, if you were to
Right.
consider, let's just search. Um, yeah, $28, $30, 35, right? Like obviously that's a different um waterproof backpack. All right, so 159, right? So you're still, even on some of these, you're in the more expensive game, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, we have them 220. Let's look at price high to low. God, do you? Oh, okay. Um, let's skip past some of this shit because that's actually not true. Like water. Um, Oh, shout out. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez.
um,
That's a proof that my guy knows what he's talking about here.
right.
We're looking on. You can see his book on the bottom.
Submersible backpack. There we go. All right, so this is who we've been checking out.
Hmm.
Let's see who else gets thrown up here. Okay, so Yeti has their version. It's significantly expensive. We got a cheaper version. Okay, cool. Is that one of those like? Would this be comparable to yours, or is that different,
Yeah, it
separate?
it is. It
Okay,
is similar. Yeah, that's a newer bag. Looks like
okay.
actually. So.
Um, so I would come on here too, right? All right. So we got all right, and look, they're obviously running. So again, this is important to pay attention to the competition that has the balls to run the ads, right? Now
Hmm.
I'm gonna try again. I'm not gonna try and be a dick. I'm gonna try and click on it without it being the sponsored. Okay, so here it is.
Hmm.
Um, so the benefit of running Amazon ads is you only get charged for what you get for the clicks, right? So
Hmm.
that's where you want to be really, really important on how you design your entire Amazon interface. A plus content is going to be important. But anyways, so this is a cheaper bag, right? Well, let me say it's a less expensive bag. Okay. So
Hmm.
now let's take a look at their ratings. Let's go down here and let's look at why do people not like these bags? Decent bag, but started to separate after a few months. Okay, boom. Are you tired of taking the cheap route, way out? I mean, honestly, if this only lasts you a couple of months, you would have to buy 3 of them before you spend the amount of money on the price for hours on the X
Hmm.
bag. But
Right.
that bag is going to last you 10 years, 15 years, 12 years, 18, whatever the case is. So now it's like, how many of these do you want to go through every few months? The frustration of them breaking, this, that, whatever.
Hmm.
Not waterproof. Okay, yeah, that's important. Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
tired of buying waterproof bags that claim they're waterproof but actually aren't? Um, was all right. After a few months, not anymore. It was all right at first. Uh, I used it duck hunting. So boom, like now you're learning more about your market, right?
Right.
People
Hmm.
use this is a great bag for duck hunting, whatever the case is. Then set for a few months in a closet, take it out for a summer, and it's not airtight anymore. The whole reason I own this bag was to be reliably airtight and waterproof. So now it's useless. Do
Hmm.
not buy
That
from.
that was actually something I added too. So like I with adding an air valve too, it makes the pressure like it's still a waterproof bag, but like if you blow that thing up super high, there was a little bit of air starts to come out, it won't come in. But I actually have them just go back through with a sealant tape on the before these next ones come out, and it's gonna make it so it's just like super tight like a tire,
Yeah, for sure.
Because
No,
I
that's
yeah I
awesome.
know I'd seen that too. So.
But yeah, so here's some more, market research, right? Clips break easily. Did not use when trying it on and it broke, right? So your clips, are obviously important to some people, right? Oh shit, that actually like ripped off.
Yeah, that's not good.
I really wanted to love this bag, but it leaks air and again, small zipper pockets, right?
Hmm.
Um, my watch and wallet got wet. The bigger part of the bag did better at keeping things dry.
Right.
And then again, you go back to love the bag, but needs more pockets. Boom, we're seeing this
Hmm.
constantly. But then we come into why do people love this? Blah, blah, blah. They sell for 150. Okay, so obviously you're not going to compete with this, right? Obviously, like, you're not every reason why they love your competitors um is going to keep you afloat, but you can use this to say, let me explain to you the difference between the X bag and bags that sell for less than $250 or $100 or $150, right?
Hmm.
As advertised, backpack is waterproof as long as the zippers are closed all the way. I will buy this again. um Very well made. So maybe, people obviously care about, what it's made out of, and how effective it is. Fill the bathtub, submerge it, blah blah blah. So yeah, so you can also use the positive reviews to go back through and understand, like, why do people hate the competition, and how
Mhm.
can you position yourself in bragging about it, right? And then obviously the good reasons, like what are all the reasons people would buy this. So the way we market our clients is we don't ever necessarily talk shit to the about the other company, but we'll
Mhm.
shine a spotlight. So when you create a SWOT analysis, which is your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, we
Mhm.
have you do that on your competition too. So as you create a SWOT analysis on your competition, you will see what their weaknesses and what their threats are. When you
Yeah.
know that, you can then position your marketing, and these reviews will help you see that. These reviews are when you develop your messaging based on that, you get to talk about the shit that your bag is good at that are the
Mhm.
weaknesses and threats of your competitors. So now when people put these two side by side and they're saying, all right, there's a $20 difference in these two bags. They're both big, they both are waterproof, but this one has more pockets than this one. Boom, there's my answer. Or this one lasts longer, or this one the zippers are easier to use, or the bag insert or the laptop insert comes in and out easier. It's more efficiently, right?
Mhm.
Going back to our original questions, right? It's more comfortable. It looks better. It's more efficient, right? You
Mhm.
start using this all in your messaging. So once you are able to design your offer, design your efficiency, or design your messaging, that's when you can start running specific. And to keep in mind that you're going to be running mostly on Amazon. Um, there's a billion different ways we can look at running your marketing. I would
Mhm.
obviously start running paid traffic to all your competitors, so that
Mhm.
that way, when these pop up on Amazon, uh, and another thing too, and to be honest with you,
Mhm.
on your original 144 units that you do,
Mhm.
um, we could talk about this strategy. I mean, you actually
Yeah.
got to witness it more firsthand than anyone else.
Right.
Um, and we'll talk about it live here for the first time. But you we changed the game with the way books were marketed. We didn't send people straight to Amazon. We sent them to our website first, which allowed
Right.
us to collect name, phone number, email, and even shipping address. So this
Mhm.
gives us all of our client data. Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't give you that client data.
Right.
So it adds a little bit of customer friction, and you will have some fall off there. But the flip side of that is you get a higher lead quality, you get to
Mhm.
control the customer journey, and then you get to actually start building an audience for retargeting and lookalike, right?
Mhm.
So, like, say for example, down the road, you want to do one of these add-ons, like a your own carabiner hooks, or your own emergency like fallout bag, or whatever it is that these competitors are also like using for upsells. You got a waterproof survival kit, first aid kits, the carabiners. um Now when you start to do that, you can actually retarget all your own audience right back to them, which is going to
Mhm.
help increase the lifetime value of every one of your clients. And eventually, once you have all these, you can actually start increasing your average cart value as well. um,
Mhm.
and then you can also start asking, doing like email automations for referrals and reviews, right? So
Mhm.
for you, I would really use this as a way to like tell your story, right? To take these original 144 investors or pre-sales, whatever you want to call them, to say like, hey guys, you're helping me build this. Like, this is my dream. I'm building this for people like you. This is what I like about it. This is what I hope you are going to learn to love about it. This, that, whatever. You can take them down this customer journey and start to collect and get them prepared to leave you 5-star Amazon reviews. I mean, this competition that's been doing this for fucking forever. Let me go back to them. Breakaway water supply.
I actually haven't been out there forever. They've only been out there for like 4 months or 5 months,
okay.
maybe.
Okay, got you. So they only have 54 reviews right now. You know, shit, man. Someone like, you could take a look at. They're significantly cheaper, but I would take a look and do a little bit of research on what is it, Earth Pack? Let me add my screen share back to the stream. Look, they got 6,000 reviews. This is a sponsored ad, right? So like, well, all these two are sponsored. 6,000 reviews. They're obviously, and Amazon's running them at a discount right now. So Amazon's rewarding them currently. They're labeled as a small business, right? There's a lot of things that you're going to be able to benefit from here, but you could take a page, even though they're cheaper, you could take a page out of their book to see what they're doing to acquire all these reviews. Damn, that sucks because they're the only one. Oh, wait, let me just search for them. Earth Pack. I hate clicking on reviews or on sponsored ads. I don't want to like screw anyone up.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is it. Yep, this is it. 6,000. All right, so this is a bigger bag, 35, 55, and 85. So there's a big difference there. Actually, I think my brother has this bag for his motorcycle trips. So this is a different game, right? This is for mostly probably for people that are taking considerably more stuff with them. Let me see here real quick though. I'm an idiot. All right, so yep, they're obviously running sponsored by ads, but here, this is what I'm looking for here. Let's come over here. All right, so this is them. I would look at what they're doing because they're obviously a cheaper bag, or less expensive bag rather. Come here. See what kind of stuff they're working on. So they got a bunch of organic keywords that are coming. They're getting about 1,500 clicks. So this is a bunch of SEO stuff currently. And again, this isn't necessarily live data, but it's up to date information at least. So it doesn't look like they're running any Google PPC, but they are running some heavy Amazon advertisements, it looks like. Here's some of their organic competitors that, and this is all going to be based on SEO, right? So like some of that may or may not be a true actual competitor, but based on SEO keywords, that's what they think there is. So let's just see who their biggest organic keyword. I just want to look at these guys. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So they're getting like 7,000 or 6,000 keywords per day. Dude, it's been forever since I've used this. So I'm a little bit slower to this than I should be.
That's all good.
But you know, this is how you can start going down the rabbit hole of figuring out where you can create some market separation, what's going to be making sense for you, like what keywords you need to be focusing on. Selling gear. But I would definitely focus heavily on some market research just to figure out exactly how you can separate yourself. And then honestly, bro, like you're a good enough dude. You got a big enough network. I mean, you should be able to move 144 of these, like, bro, literally within 30 days. You just got to get your messaging right. You got to get a system ready to take orders. And I honestly, I would sell those privately, those first 150 or whatever your first investment raise, I would do off of Amazon, obviously. Um,
Mhm.
and so I would take them through a system where they can learn to get to know and like you, get to know, or know, like, and trust you, and figure out what they're helping you do, because they're gonna buy into your mission, bro. Like, if you were to tell me, Zach, yo, I need $250 for this bag, bro, and my goal is it's gonna take 6 months before it's in your hands, and it takes 8 or 9 months. You're keeping me aware of what's going on. You're sharing your story. You're sharing your journey. You're letting all of us on the front end know, like, bro, super excited. Just finally got the final mock up bag. All right, cool. They're in production. Here's some pictures that they showed me of the, the assembly line of them putting our bags together. I'm super excited. Whatever, bro. I'm fucking bought in, dude. I don't give a shit how long it's already been a couple months. That $250 is gone, bro. I ain't ever thought about that money again. But like, I'm
Mhm.
I'm now bought into this experience. I mean, you got to watch me do that with my book launch. I created a private
Mhm.
Facebook group and I took everyone down this journey. They got to see what those late nights, sleepless nights looked like. They got to see what the early mornings looked like. They got to see the tired and frustrated and stressed and just worn out Zach. They got to see they're pumped up and excited and ambitious when I got it off to my publishers and got it back and got it reviewed and got the fucking cover design finish and hit number one. We took them on this entire journey. They were all invested. So I
Mhm.
think that there's a lot of opportunity here, bro, for you to really get people interested. I mean, bro, I can't tell you how many, like, just you and that one spending those 3 days with you in Vegas, bro, with all the homies. Everyone's fucking talking about this fucking bag, bro. Jake's bag's
Mhm.
so cool, bro. Like, whatever. It's just like been this experience, and they got to learn to know you on an intimate and individual and personal level. So therefore,
Mhm.
like, bro, you don't have X bag fans right now. You got fucking Jake Jetzel fans, bro. Like, lean in on that, push that, and then
Mhm.
allow that to propel you to production. And then from production, then we can start doing a split story where we talk about Jake Jetzel and the experience and what he's learned and not learned and the obstacles he's had and all that. But then we can also tell the story about the X bag and what that means and what the true hard, because you're gonna have some people that are gonna buy the X bag because they just need a new backpack and they like Jake. Then you're gonna have
Mhm.
some people that buy the X bag because they need a waterproof bag that has more fucking zippers, dog.
Right. 100%.
So,
No, I
uh,
love it, man. Just hearing you say that, man, just gets me pumped, dude.
yeah, no, bro, you should be very excited, man. Like, you got a really badass product here that I genuinely think that the market needs, Like, I'm gonna buy one, and again, it's not even really because it's hella waterproof, because like I don't genuinely go do a bunch of water sports, but I'm gonna buy it because Jake owns it and put his blood, sweat, and tears in it. And I would much rather support that than this thing right here that I bought off Amazon. You know what I mean?
100%, man. Appreciate
and
that.
and that thing's been with me, and I don't know how many different fucking countries, bro.
Right.
It's been on airports, this, that, whatever. It's done me good, but like, it ain't the fucking X bag, bro. And
Right.
I'm a brand whore, dog. I'm
Right.
just trying to rock an X bag, bro. But I also support my
No, yeah.
homies.
No,
So
I appreciate that. Yeah.
yeah, man. So, what questions do you have for me as we start to wrap this up, man? Did you get something out of this? Like, do you think that you'll be able to like take this information and like start applying it so we can start moving some of these things?
Oh, absolutely. I guess my main thing is too, like, what would you suggest building funnel, like building the funnel with? Because you got click funnels, you got Builderall, you got Shopify, you got, WordPress, you got all these different things,
So, if you wanted to actually, there's two phases of this. We got to
Mhm.
get you into production first and foremost, right?
Right.
Uh, Once we get you into production, I support you on the strategy of putting this on Amazon and letting this really get in the ring,
Mhm.
with some of these competitors. But at first, we got to get you into production. We need to sell, 36,000 of these, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Or
from that
100,
point,
114, right? Yeah.
huh?
So we need to sell like 114. I think you
Oh,
said
114.
36,000. I'm like,
Okay.
let's sell 100 or 36,000 though too.
Yeah, there you go. The conversation would be, and honestly, there would be two conversations. Are you looking for an investor to just come in and put you in production for a small piece of equity of this and just jump straight to it and just jump into production and then get the ball rolling? Or, would you rather, do like a crowdfunding or like, a pre-sale for this? Because those two separate funnels, right? But regardless, phase one, if you were just going to do direct to consumer, sell to the
Mhm,
Zacks, the Big Marvs, the Stews, is I'd
mhm,
create a funnel and we could go ahead and collect payment through that. And for me, I'm a go high level fan. I've left officially. We haven't transferred everything over, but I've finally, after however many years it's been, being on the fence, I've finally left ClickFunnels. I like ClickFunnels, but just as far as the CRM system, the automations, everything else, Go High Level is so much more robust. And actually, it's not even Go High Level I use; it's the Automation Go, which is Go High Level, but it's got about 6,000 hours of additional development time built into it. It's just I like it. I get premium customer support from them for $4.97 a month. I got 24/7 support. I got a full library of everything that I need to know. So if you wanted to fumble around and do it yourself, you could.
mhm,
Or if you wanted to hire, us or our team to develop it or whatever the case is,
mhm,
there's that option. But regardless, I would create a funnel and a system and a sequence for at least to get you into production. All right.
mhm,
And then you've got a fully functional entire funnel system with automations and sequences. And it could even be, we can have this to where it auto populates with APIs. We're auto populating emails, SMSs, even direct mail to some of these people, keeping them up to date on what's going on, where you're
mhm,
at, have them in this entire process as you grow this. Um,
mhm.
and once you develop it, we can create it to where it's evergreen. So if you
Right.
decide, hey, maybe maybe we split test this. I'm gonna throw it up on Amazon. I'm gonna split my marketing budget in half. Now, obviously, my conversation with you would be to figure out what that budget is before I ever consulted anyone to split their budget in half. But maybe we
Mhm,
ran social media advertisements to the evergreen funnel, and then we
mhm,
ran Amazon advertisements to the Amazon page, right? Um,
mhm,
but this allows you to start collecting your own data, allows you to start retargeting and doing lookalike audiences, stuff like that, but also allows you to keep more of your royalties, right? Like,
right.
so whatever your payment processor is, instead of if Jake himself is out hustling this bag at a convention or this, that, or whatever, instead of sending people to Amazon, you can send them to this to your own funnel, your own evergreen funnel that can take them through the whole customer journey and the whole experience, and they can get that real in touch and in-person vibe from you, and you get to collect more of the money. Um, you know, so there is the conversation of having it set up that way. Or let's
Mhm,
just say we start with that, and then you're like, Zach, no, still phase two, I want to funnel all the payment processing. I want to handle all the fulfillment, all the shipping, everything through Amazon. All right. So
mhm,
phase one, it's going to run through your funnel system, whatever. But at phase two, we convert it when they go to click to complete purchase. Now, instead of taking them through like your Stripe payment processing or whatever the case is, and you handle the fulfillment or whatever the case is, when they click
mhm,
that, it takes them to Amazon for their payment processor, fulfillment partner, and the whole 9 yards. So there still
mhm,
is that customer journey. And you could
mhm,
even still continue to operate by running paid ads to that funnel system to collect that name, phone number, and email and all that. So you can start running retargeting, put Facebook pixel, put your Google pixels, everything on that to start
mhm,
running retargeting. And then also have your your Google PPC, your Amazon PPC, pay per click
mhm,
advertisement on Amazon platform just to go directly to it. Because luckily for Amazon, you only get paid per click. Now, that's when you need to be very strategic with how your Amazon is built. Uh, do some research into A+ content and have some A+ content built on your Amazon storefront so that this shit runs as seamlessly as perfect, that you can control that customer journey as well as possible. But no, man, I think that you could really do some dope stuff with that, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited, man. There's just it's the right product. There's market. There's space in the market for it, and yeah, dude, I'm pretty pumped.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, dude, I mean, hopefully, hopefully, I give you some useful information here, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I got a lot of value from that too, man. You broke it down, and you covered multiple strategies, multiple different ways we can hit this, because obviously there's a million different ways you can skin a cat, but
Yeah.
you covered quite a few of those different ways that we could do this. So, and then kind of dived. You weren't surface level with it. You broke it down, showed me what the research like. Share the screen. And that was greatly appreciated too, because some of this information I had to pay. Like some of the information that you just shared today, like I paid tens of thousands of dollars to have somebody show me what you just showed me for the whole audience for free. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
yeah, he's giving you guys a sauce, man. You can duplicate, you can use his recipe, but you ain't gonna duplicate his sauce, man. Let's just say that right now, man.
Yeah.
But he's giving it to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like over a live Facebook, man. There's just nobody out there in this game dropping hard value like that. So greatly
Awesome.
appreciated, bro. Yeah.
Dude, I'm here just to see my homies win, bro. So I appreciate you, bro. Um, and then yeah, for anyone that's listening, I'm hard and heavy in the marketing consulting world. So if you need a marketing consultant, hit me up. But either way, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this: that if you're watching this, if you want to follow that journey of the X bag, go ahead and follow Jake Jutzel. I'm gonna let him share his social medias. And if you want to hop on that list, man, I'm obviously going to encourage him to start a list, whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's a written down, whatever it is, a list of all the people that are interested. I know there were several people in Vegas that wanted it. Let's start going ahead and building that list out, just generating some messaging based around it, and taking them on this customer journey with you, bro. But how can they reach out to you if they're interested in hopping on that list?
Yeah, for sure. So just follow me on Instagram. So it's at Jake Jetzel. So just the first and last name, just like you see here. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. Shoot me a DM. I'm on Facebook too, Jake Jetzel. So either one of those platforms, you can reach out to me, and I'll put you on the list, and we'll make sure you guys are fully up to date. You can see the whole journey from the beginning to the end. It's going to be a blast, and this thing's only going to get more badass. I'm telling you right now, it's just going to get cooler and cooler. And I have some. Let me throw this idea past you too, man. I was thinking about like anybody that is like an early adopter. I'm going to have some kind of a pre-launch party, right? For anybody that is on that list of that first, the 115, call it the 115 event or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Just everybody gets their X bag, and then I just drop some really cool additional stuff to it too. Maybe they get some of the stuff that hasn't even been dropped out yet, that's been being worked on, or we just have a big event, take everybody out to a lake, or just big old barbecue at the lake, whatever, man. Something cool though, something super epic. It'd be worth it to get a lot of cool people together and just be a network of just tons of entrepreneurs, supporting each
Let's
other,
build
man.
that offer, bro. Let's build that offer and put it out to the world. So those of you who are watching, if you want to be a part of this journey, I mean, look, Sean Knapp saw it in Vegas. I second that. The bag is the motherfucking truth. You saw several people pop in here that were at the Vegas trip that got to experience this bag firsthand. Reach out to Jake. Just get on the list. Jake and I, we're gonna work on the 115 event or whatever the case is, or we'll call it the 150 or whatever. We'll put a little bit of we'll put a little margin in there so we can throw the event itself. But whatever the case is, follow him, get on the list. If you have any issues finding him, DM me. I'll connect you with Jake. I won't make sure that my homies don't. We take care of our own around here. So, man, without further ado, my man Jake Jessel rocking that X bag. Let's see it one last time, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Let's see
this is it, guys.
Fuck yeah, bro.
It's just a little front view.
Shit. I put the wrong. I'm trying to let me fucking pin you up here. My bad, bro.
Yeah. So this is the front view here. Just do a slow turn around. You guys can kind of see the quality of the bag.
Yeah.
There's that.
Hell yeah. So sick, bro.
Yeah, no, this thing's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like it out there.
I love it, dude. Well, anyways, if y'all go follow him, go at him, go DM him, get on the list. If you can't find him, hit me up. I'll connect y'all. But this has been my man, Jake Jessel with the X Bag. My name is Zack ROI Williams, and we'll see you all on the next one.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man.